So the woman who hired me at the conservatory, Tatte, she is in Los Angeles this spring. Can you believe it? Is this like a spring? She's in Los Angeles. It's spring there, not here yet. But she's in Los Angeles teaching at USC this semester, and she posted on Facebook that she wasn't able to find her. She's a terrific foodie, so she wasn't able to find her salad equivalent. There's a great place here called Tatte that has a really delicious haloumi salad. So anyway, she was saying that she couldn't find that particular sustenance there in Los Angeles. So I, if you want to get me talking, ask me about singing or food recommendations. So I went to work. I was trying to remember all the places. Gosh, it's been 10 plus years since I lived in LA. So I was trying to remember the places that I love that would still be there. So you look at it's in the library, a beautiful building. So I was trying to remember some of the places. So I sent her some recommendations, and I saw that there was a place in downtown called Mendocino Farms that I really loved, and I see they have deservedly grown with lots of locations. So, but I was, I love to give advice. So I think that's why I am a teacher. And so, I came up with all these great suggestions for her, and I do the same if I am in the voice studio with you. I'm going to walk this way so I don't get killed. So I just think it's, I love to help people out. I love to help you in practical ways that make your life better, either on a singing level or on a culinary experience level. But I also noticed, I'm thinking clearly, I'm giving recommendations, but sometimes I will get blindsided, just like life tends to do. Either like just right now, I just walked by someone smoking, so I'm having memories of Little League baseball. I'm having memories of bartending in London where there was so much smoking. So everybody's got cigarettes. And actually, I like smelling tobacco smoke now because I would rather smell that than weed. So, I don't know, I just got a lot more, I guess, positive tobacco smoke memories than I do of marijuana smoke memories. But I say that to say, sometimes I will get dysregulated by a surprise. So it could be, encountering somebody that is, I perceive as higher status, or a smell that doesn't bring back a good memory, or recently there was just an old anxiety that came up in me recently, that just very old, really from childhood, and some things that shook down. And when you've gone through a lot of healing in your life, you think, well, you tell yourself you moved past something, but then something comes along and really blindsides you. You feel really dysregulated, and really, well, for me, it really just stops me in my tracks. And I was going through something last week, and I felt anxious, and then I felt ashamed that I felt anxious. So I try to keep it to myself. That's another little thing you do. You try to keep things to yourself and manage things on your own. And so it ended up it caused some hurt and a misunderstanding between Melissa and me. So it just, it wasn't fun. And I ended up hurting her feelings by not sharing what I was going through. And so I say that to say, I love to give advice, and I love to help you. And then when I need help, or when I get dysregulated, all logical functioning ceases. And I hate that. I really hate that because I want to find the magic wand that can snap me from dysregulated and frozen to regulated, calm, and in control of my faculties. I have not discovered that magic wand yet. So the thing that I had to remember this week was I'm a human living in a linear timeline situation. And it takes time. So just like if I were to fall and skin my knee, it takes time for that knee to heal. If I'm having an intense emotional experience that's knocked me on my bottom, you can tell we have 4 and 5 year old, knocked me on my bum or my bottom, then it takes me a little while to get up. And I don't like that. I want to get up immediately and be okay. So what I have learned from my recent bout of dysregulation is that I want to acknowledge that, like it or not, I have to take some time. And like it or not, I have to maybe be still for a little while. Let myself breathe. Notice my physical sensations. Be curious about that in a compassionate way. And just see how I can move through it. Because that's the only way through it. And it's the same with singing as well. Sometimes you'll be in the middle of a song and it won't be going the way you want it to go. And you'll want to fix it immediately. And then that usually leads to kind of a death spiral of cluster zone. Anyway, I'm really like watching the language today. Anyway, you can fill in the blanks on that. It might take you about 4 or 5 phrases and breaths to get back into mental and physical and emotional balance, or it might just not be a good day. I hate that. I wish that I could just make it a good day sometimes, and you can't always do that. So I wish I could shift that, but I can't. And so I wanted to encourage you today, if you are experiencing any kind of emotional bump, dysregulation, see if you can breathe a little bit. See if you can notice your body in a compassionate and curious way. Maybe get out for a walk. And maybe phone a friend. All of those things help. I think most of all, just remembering that you and I, we're humans. We are living in this seeming timeline right now. So it does take time to move from one point to another, to travel. And you are resilient, you are fragile, you are strong, you're miraculous, you're multifaceted, you're complicated, you're simple. All of those things are true. And yeah, that's it. I love to know things. I love to give advice. And then when I get smacked or smack myself, however it happens, I'm not so wise. So I hope you'll have grace for yourself when you're going through emotionally intense moments. And I'm going to work on it too. So please do remember that there is only one you. And I really do believe that folks need to hear the story that only you, in your mathematically, objectively, crazily improbable DNA and soul configuration and experience can share in your very own way. I think that made sense. I think you know what I'm talking about. All right. Bless you. Lots of love.